So I would love to have you just tell me the whole story
Okay.
of what the heck happened with Al's leg. Like what? I mean, we know it wasn't the cat.
We know it wasn't the cat, but she certainly did trigger it, and she was in the doghouse for several months, according to Al. Poor little kitty. So, yeah, that tiny little cat scratch. Somehow, I understand that the MRSA virus is in all of our bodies, and it's up to our immune system, I guess, to process that and handle it. But in his case, for whatever reason, it also came in the time where the coronavirus came out simultaneously. That was in the beginning of February when that all came to happen. And this leg that tiny little scratch just morphed into one big hole with several tiny little ones around it where the Band-Aid was touching on the skin. So every time you pulled the Band-Aid off, the bacteria was able to jump and go in. Yeah, so it's morphed from one big hole.
I never saw, I had an image, you know. All I know, it's juju. Juju. In the air, it's everywhere. My leg's getting better. It's because my body's starting to get together, so to speak, you know.
It's remembering what it knows how to do.
It's been reminded. It was in shock, you know.
Yeah.
It was in shock. Even the doctor today, he said, it's looking well. He says in about 2 weeks, you come back, we'll look at it. In 2 weeks from that time, which is 30 days, we can do surgery, which before he was looking at months because it had to get well first. Before you can cut, you know, you got to have blood flow. There was nothing going there. Nothing. They couldn't find nothing. And then I had to go to 3 ultrasounds because the numbers jived. They didn't jive. Finally, they did it. They stuck that they prodded me everywhere and got the blood from one arm, the other arm, the pulse, the legs, behind the knee, under the armpit, in your both groins, both sides, blah, blah, blah. And she said, you got plenty of blood. Plus, when I'm in the shower, I called Michelle the other day. When I change my bandage daily, I get into the shower and I allow that hot, steamy water to fall on my leg, and that takes the bandage off. Otherwise, if I try to pull it, it's gonna,
a mess. Right.
Exactly. Well, to make a long story short, one little piece did hang in there, and I pulled it, and it was like I hit an artery or something. It started just spurting. It was like a drinking fountain coming out of my leg. And I said, Michelle. She's like, what? You know, I go, no, look. And she goes, oh my God. And I says, no, that's wonderful. The whole bottom of the shower was filling up. I said, that's wonderful. They were worried about blood flow. Look at this. This is spurting out, you know. And since that time, it's been good. Now, at the same time, he has changed my medication. Not again, but at the same time that we got this so-called miracle water, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not 100%.
Please don't refer to it
I'm
that
not a
way.
Republican, you know. You know what I mean?
No, don't get me into trouble, Al. He's just who he is. It's okay. He's making his associations. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. So he's still on the skeptical side, and that's interesting to me. I don't understand that part.
It's okay. It's you have to reach a certain point of, at least I've seen, there's no other answer, there's no other solution.
Mm-hmm.
And when people reach that point, you know,
Yeah.
or maybe this person's going to die from some form of sepsis, if this MRSA gets into the bone, into the blood system, gonzo, you are out of here, right? That's it. Or with the doctor, with the man in Russia, is like, we really don't want to amputate this guy's leg. The prosthetics, right? I mean, this was when Russia was in its collapse, the Soviet Union. They had nothing.
Yeah,
They had nothing.
that was nothing.
So that made them open. They didn't have anything else. They didn't have anywhere else to go. Like they would reach their limit of their possibilities. And that's when things can change.